Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, welcome back to Golden Sun Dark Dawn. Last time, we escaped the tower, there was a lot of flashing lights and ominous music and whatnot, and today there's actually still a lot of flashing lights and ominous music. Well, dim red lights anyway, and ominous music. We have been summoned, I believe, to the Opera House, but I would also like to just wander around off in this direction, because I think someone said there would be something off in this direction, and let me just see if there's anything of importance off on the pier over here. Wait. Was I supposed to go here? I thought that... Alright, change of plans then. Can anyone explain to me what just happened? Did Belinsk, the impregnable fortress city, really just get invaded by monsters? They were everywhere. We could not walk 5 feet without being attacked by random creatures. Were there? I didn't get into any random encounters, that's for sure. I can see a little village getting overrun by that, but a city this size, not a chance. Apparently there was at least one chance. Kraden, do you know what happened back there? I have a theory, yes. Leave it to Kraden to develop an explanation while running from hordes of monsters. Yes. In any case, I believe the cause was the shadow created by Luna as an eclipsed soul. What does that have to do with anything? First of all, we are all in agreement that the monsters did not appear until dawn, correct? Once they did manifest, they appeared in the shadows, away from sunlight. Did you notice that? No. What monsters? I didn't get into any random encounters when I was running around. We all appreciate your bravery, Michael, but charging into the next shadow you see is a bad idea. Is it, though? Is it? At any rate, I conclude that the monsters appeared from the shadows cast at dawn, but there's more. Does it have something to do with Luna's influence? Yes, I theorize that the shadows Luna casts are gathering and concentrating evil energy into them. And what is the relationship between monsters and the evil energy? Well, we usually see monsters in the deep, dark places of the world, correct? Places rife with evil energy. These places strengthen monsters, and this eclipse, unlike natural darkness, radiates the same energy. Meaning, unfortunately, that not only are monsters out of their unusual haunts right now, but they're stronger. So, why do they hate the light? Light dispels the fell energies that those creatures feed on. It's painful and draining to them. And Belinsk is now a miasma of these dark and evil energies. Is my home lost, then? I'm afraid it may be. Everyone, look on Belinsk and remember it well. We may not see it again. Okay, so should I actually have gone to the Opera House first? Sadly, that is not the end of the bad news. If I'm correct, the effect is not restricted to Belinsk. What? How far will it reach? Anywhere under the shadow of the eclipse, presumably. Well, that's it then, right? It's the end of the world. Your father would be disgruntled to hear you give up so quickly. But, what can we possibly do? That ship. Is that Birggs' ship? Ship? You mean that floating pile of junk over there? It does appear a bit, aged. He must have had it repaired. It's my dad's boat, I think. It looks a bit different since the repairs. Look, that's Birggs, I'm sure of it. That must be a ship then. Wait, are there monsters on the ship? It appears so. Something happening? Dad! Elio? What is he doing? Don't be a fool. No, what's happening? Hello. Aeolio will not survive. You'll have to save him, Michael. Alrighty then, so we can go take a few steps forward. We can go and de-equip all of our genie. By the way, speaking of de-equipping all of our genie, if I were to run back and just leave Aeolio to his fate, if I were to go back to the Opera House, would I actually be able to get in? I can't go around you there. Alright, now I'm getting into a random encounter. Alright. Maybe I should have actually, like, waited a little bit. Thor, sure. Maybe I should have actually waited a little bit before equipping my genie. Alright, we are definitely going to be leaving all my genie on me until we get to wherever we need to be going. That's a lot of experience that I've been getting for those monsters, by the way. Can I actually... there are a couple of levels to be had in there. Can I actually not get around until... I don't know, I guess... Can I not get to the Opera House until I do the thing at the pier? I guess not. Well, I got a couple levels from running around in here and fighting things, so I guess that's better than nothing. By the way, some of my party is haunted, and can I actually... do anything about that? I need a Sanctum, don't I? The Sanctum is going to be over, a couple more levels in there. The Sanctum is over here, right? Like, in that house. Can I go there? I can go... Alright, well, that's the shadow that I have to watch out for, apparently. I can go in here. I can get rid of Haunting, right? Cure Poison, Repel Evil, that's going to be this one. Yeah, please. I don't think I've actually had to do this yet in this game. I think I've only had, like, one character die and have to be revived at the Sanctum. I think I wiped it out close to the beginning, but not since then. And, Repelling Evil, Curse is, like, or Haunt or whatever this is. That's, like, poison, but it's harder to get rid of, I think. There's not many things that will inflict it. And, I don't know if it'll go away on its own eventually, or if it's just gonna persist for, like, 10 turns. Or persist until I either go down in battle or until I go to a Sanctum or whatever, but... Anyway, that's, yeah, we're now free of evil spirits, and I don't think I need to do anything else, because nobody's, like, dead or anything. And I would like to go and wish on everyone so that we can, like, be ready to go when the fight comes. Let's see. So, I should be okay running around out here, right? So the implication is that it's only, like, within the shadow that you have to worry about random encounters. And I think with that, I'm just going to run out in this direction. And we're going to run, we seem to still be in the shadow, out in this direction. And, like, here, let's go de-equip everybody, and then we can summon Rush when we get into combat, as I quite enjoy doing. Hello? There we go. Hi, guys! Alright, so what is this? Gloom Scorpna? That's a fun one to say. So I'm gonna go and start using, you know what, we have not summoned Eclipse yet, obviously, because this is, like, the first real fight that we've been in since having access to it. So let's go and summon Eclipse a bunch of times. I should be able to do that, I guess, twice, because it is a multi-synergy, summon there. 2 water and 3 Jupiter. Tyrell, no, this is Sveta here. Sveta... Judgment, I guess, and Tyrell is going to summon his own element. And we'll see how quickly this fight goes. Alright, so Karis is summoning Eclipse. This is the first time we're seeing this one. Oh yeah, that's a dragon. Oh, it's a hexapod, it's not a tetrapod. Did I take the middle one down already? Good gravy. I thought that was going to be a boss. This just looks like a somewhat stronger than usual regular fight. Alright, I took a decent chunk of damage there. But that wasn't even like... Alright, Sveta can do Judgment. We've seen Judgment already, right? That's going to be the... yeah, the one that looks like it should be a limit break from Battle Fantasy or something. Alright, and wow, I was expecting a boss fight. That gave me about the same amount of experience as all the enemies outside did. Well, I guess I can say it was worth it because I got to see what Eclipse looks like. It was pretty cool. Anyway, where's Aeolio? Dad! I never imagined that this would be how Birggs would leave us. Truly, death is unpredictable. Birggs docked his ship here to save us. It's not right that it's going to cost him his life. Yeah, the greatest pirate of the high seas should, I don't know, go down with a ship or something. If we hadn't kept him waiting, if we'd gotten here sooner, he might have lived to grow old. I've painted all the pirates with the same broad brush, and now I find I owe my life to one. Being a bit dramatic here, are we? This is all my brother's fault. How many lives have been lost now to his terrible mistake? How bad is it, Dad? I had a good run. Lived my life free, answered to no man. What are you talking about? You're too tough to let this be the end. Tell your mom I'm sorry to leave her alone. And take care of Champa for me. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I can't take this seriously. So, games in general have the problem of, like, a character dies, why don't you just dump one of the 58,000 healing potions that you have in your pocket on their heads and just watch them get right back up, but the, just the way that he just dramatically, like, twitched at the end just is too much for me. Alright, keeps getting colder. How is it this cold in the summer? I can't wait to get back in the cabin. So that's something that I do remember from the eclipse last year that I got to go see, is just how quickly it got cold. And it wasn't like an instant drop like you walk into a refrigeration room or something like that, but it was like a good, like, within the span of 10 minutes the temperature dropped probably 30 degrees. Anyway, even the weather has gone mad. Can this all be from the effects on the tower? We're ready to begin. Aelio, are you sure this is what you want? Dad lived his life on the sea. This is how he'd want it. Dad, I wish I'd known you'd be gone so soon. Guess I thought I still had time. But I swear I'm going to make the ones who did this pay, however long it takes. So rest in peace, Dad. I've got it from here. You are serious about that vow, aren't you, Aelio? Absolutely. I'm sticking with you guys until we can stop all this and get revenge for my old man. Besides, someone's got to pilot the ship for you. Alright, so Aelio is now an official party member. So if that's all the talk for now, I guess I'll get the ship ready to sail. Alrighty then. So I was planning on ending the video after that fight, but that fight was over in about 60 seconds, so I guess I will keep going. Alright. Is there anything that I can, like, do to explore on this ship? There should be a below decks, right? Is there not a below decks? There was, like... Oh, Tyrell is standing in front of it, so I can't go down. Alright, thanks, Tyrell. Can you, like, move? You all do what you want, but I'm taking a nap. Alright, are they all gonna say something funny? Kraden seems extremely preoccupied. Something about the ship must fascinate him. Look, he's just the biggest nerd who ever lived. You get used to it after a while. Where's Volechek? He's the Midas warrior in Morgul. He has to have survived. Looks like the blizzard's closing in on us. If we don't make it quick, like, ice on the hull will do us in. Spate is worried sick about her brother, and I won't leave the deck. I wish I could comfort her somehow. Alright, wait a minute. Do we have, like... Why am I even here? We didn't repair the ship. We gave up, but the next time we looked, the ship was fixed. Oh, and it moves without oars or wind now. It's the strangest thing I ever seen. Are you the shipwrights? I guess you are. We're partly to blame for what has happened here, but I cannot imagine how to correct it. For the first time in my life, I feel entirely powerless. Alright, so... After I talk to Kraden, I'll shove off. Everyone said that Birggs' ship was essentially a floating wreck, but it seems remarkably seaworthy now. I believe that was a, another plot point from One Piece, Sky Island saga. He bravely saved Aelio, but he was killed by monsters during the Grave Eclipse. He died a hero aboard his beloved ship, so that's the part that was new. As talented as they are, I don't think even Port Rago's shipwrights could have done all this. Alrighty then. So I think it's now time to push off. Good, go find yourself a seat and we'll set sail. So is this going to be another one of those, Volechek? That howl came from near the tower. It was Volechek, I'm certain. Sveta. Volechek! Volechek! Volechek. Sveta, there's nothing you can do for him now. Come inside. It's so cold out here. Sveta, dear sister. Volechek. Forgive me for being such a fool. Those two-pronged scum used me, and I didn't see it until it was too late. Of course I forgive you. The blue orb. Take this. I stole it from Blados. Hopefully you can use it as a weapon against the two-pronged. Where are you going? You can't stay in Belinsk. Where can I go but here? Come with us. I'm King of Morgul. I cannot leave our capital when my own misjudgment may have destroyed it. Then I'll stay with you. No, dear sister. I am the king, and you are the last of our line. My duty is to stay. Yours is to live. No, I refuse. Dock the boat and let me get off. Goodbye, Sveta. I pray you live a long and happy life. Goodbye, Volechek. Alright, that was a bit of a better goodbye than the other one with the overly dramatic twitch and whatnot. Okay. I believe this is where I would start singing One Piece songs, but I think the mood isn't quite right for that right now. I guess we made it? Between the monsters and the storm, I thought we'd had it. We appear to be basically safe and sound. I confess I was hoping to wake up in the Palace of Ayute. I hope that my old life was... I suppose my old life was the dream, though. Yeah, I guess so. Kind of a rude wake-up call, eh? Ah, excellent. You're awake at last. Sorry to interrupt everyone, but we can't just lie around anymore. Get up. So stiff. Ow. Are you certain we're ready? Maybe not, but what else are we gonna do? Good morning, everyone. Oh, hey, Sveta. Glad to see you're alright. You look remarkably well. Alright, you look like nothing happened. And, hey, did you say it's time to get up? Do we know something? Ah, it is that item that King Volechek threw to Sveta. He made it sound extremely important. So what's the deal with it? At this point, we're still unsure what it is. Wait a minute. I thought you knew everything, Kraden. If Kraden can't identify it, I can't believe it. You're kidding, right? Hey, we only have the item itself to work with. It's not a lot to go on, you know? Laugh. I'm sure Kraden appreciates your boundless confidence in his abilities. The item is obviously ancient and presumably valuable, but these facts don't explain anything. We also know that Volechek risked his life to keep it out of our enemy's hands. Volechek also described it as a weapon, though it's still unclear what he meant. So what do we do now? What have we learned while we were apart, Reef? What have I learned? Karis tells me that you've had quite the journey around the world before arriving in Belinsk. You've restarted the alchemy machines and traversed Craggy Peak. I couldn't have done these things. The mountain was once home to the Naox. Their ancient but highly advanced civilization created many remarkable devices. The Naox were wiped out when alchemy was sailed away. Their legacy lives on in the form of ruins that dot the mountain. Alright, so that was like the beginning of the game. Your accomplishments speak volumes of your determination and skill, as well as teamwork. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Ultimately, I study only the long past, which does nothing to answer questions on its own. So, what will answer our questions? Your travels have granted you experience, the true knowledge. You're saying we have to figure out what to do ourselves and can't wait for you to tell us. More or less, though I certainly won't abandon you. Let's look for answers together. Well, you know my vote is always for doing stuff, not sitting around talking about it. Tyrell, you are in the wrong game. And that may actually be our wisest course. Really? Indeed. Sometimes the surest path to knowledge is simply to start moving. See that Michael agrees with this approach. Excellent. So, are we done with this discussion? Almost. I did not want to bring up that the tower's activation seemed to have been somehow preset eons ago. That's what the ward machine in the tower said too. Somehow the ancients knew we were coming like a prophecy. That masked man claimed this was only at the beginning. Yeah, Arcanus also said we'd meet again, and soon. But know this, opening the seal on this dread machine was only the beginning. I look forward to our next meeting. Until then, farewell. That's what he said. I suspected as much. Up until now, we have done exactly as our enemies have expected. Yeah, and we've been a step behind the whole way, even Dad. We're gonna make him pay for that, though. I think it's fair to say that you'll have your chance, Aurelio. Alright, so... he has succeeded as Father Birggs as the Scourge of the Eastern Sea. As a fire adept, Aurelio has an edge in piracy. Free-spirited like his father, he is also loyal and respected by his crew. Wait, was that the crew on ship, not the shipwrights? I thought that was the shipwrights. They sounded like they were the shipwrights. I don't think we've met the crew yet. So you've led well to this point, Michael, so I see no reason to change that arrangement. Yeah, Michael's gotten the job done so far. I'll keep following you. I'll follow no other. Got a good head on your shoulders, kid. If we're all agreed, let's go. And while I defer to your leadership, Michael, I have one suggestion. We will learn about the eclipse if we can find some land that overlaps its edge and see it from the outside. We should be able to talk to local leaders, from kings to village chieftains, anything they might know. Any might know it's something useful. You should also know, Michael, that my spirit sense can look into people's hearts. You may find it useful, so don't hesitate to ask me to use it. So that is, we have not formally been introduced to the, alright, time to get moving. We have not formally been introduced to the Mind Read synergy yet. I guess that's what that was about. Since you're the new captain, you'll need to know how to get on and off the ship. To get off the ship, head for the beach or dock and sail right into it. To get back on, walk back into the ship wherever it's waiting for you. So if you see a beach somewhere, it's probably worth checking out. So we now have access to the, you know, the ship part of the game. Not the Carousel Tyrell part, but like the sailing part of the game. And I guess I've been healed apparently. I don't want to do too much more in this video because it's getting a little long. I think this is a good place to end off. But I do want to see Genie. I guess I'll reset all you for now, and I've picked up a few more Genies since the last time I looked at my synergy, and it's probably, yeah, this guy has all fire Genie. It's probably a good idea for me to, like, just see any that have been auto-equipped to anyone that I maybe don't want, make sure that I've got every class that I want. I should probably remember to do that periodically. Until then, I'm gonna end this off here. My name is Dragonite. This has been Golden Sun Dark Dawn. Next time, we're gonna sail around the Eastern Sea. I foresee a couple of videos where I just, like, sail around and explore. I expect that this is what's gonna allow us to go back to the beginning of the game and make use of some of the puzzles that we couldn't do anything with early on with the Rocksmith synergy and whatnot. But you should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.